Before thanks go out for the paid request to see this movie. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, commentaries, reviews, topics, randomness, re-reviews, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, anything, rankings, lists. You can send either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If you wish. Pretty much anything. I'm kind of stalling because when I let loose, I'm going to look foolish. But you know what? I'm fine with that because this movie... You know, I thought the 2018 film was a definition of pointless. I was wrong. I was wrong. This impressed me that you can make a more pointless Halloween film than the previous film. You know, I hear this word describing this film as filler. That is the perfect word for this movie. Pointless filler. You could literally not watch this film, take 5 minutes from the first act, the firefighter stuff, take 5 minutes from the ending, maybe one other scene between Will Patton and Jamie Lee Curtis. You put that 10 minutes in, you plop it into the beginning of a movie, and you would have, that's all you would need. This was boring, poorly paced, extremely, unbelievably imbecilic, moronic, dumb fuckery of characters. If people go, well, it's a slasher film. No, I'm tired of that excuse. It's 2021. If you're telling me after 30, 40 years, you cannot get better in terms of writing, quit. Get the fuck out of Dodge. I'm tired of that lazy excuse. You can excuse it. I've excused it from 80s and 90s movies, but it's 2021. And a lot of these characters are even dumber than those characters. I looked at Elm Street films like Nancy and Alice and the Dream Warriors, and they were smarter than any of these motherfuckers. I looked at Friday the 13th people like Amy Steele. And Crispin Glover, even though he got killed, he still seemed like a smarter character than any of these imbeciles. And do I start with the fact that Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, a hypocritical bitch. And that's harsh, but I'm going to fucking say it. I'm going to say it again. You fucking said that this movie sucks because you're in a hospital bed. So what happens? You do a movie where you're in a hospital bed. But yet, you're fine with this, but this film sucks because you're just in a hospital bed with a wig. That's not your real hair in this movie. You're in a hospital bed as well. But you know what? At least in this, at least you had Donald Pleasance. At least you shot Michael Myers in the fucking eyeballs. At least there was an ending. At least, yeah, there's some kills, but at least Michael Myers felt like Michael Myers and not a wannabe Jason Voorhees. He's like the guy who's pissed off that people think Jason Voorhees are cool, so he's sitting there in the corner like, fuck this, I want to be Jason. That's what Michael Myers wants to be. He desperately wants to be Jason Voorhees because he knows the cool kids like Jason, and, oh, Jason is cooler, he kicked the fuck out of Michael Myers. Michael Myers is pouting like a bitch. And you have this political mob mentality shtick in a fucking Halloween film that does not need to be there, should not be there, is more annoying, has one of the dumbest endings I've seen in a Halloween film. And, oh, it's got a couple decent kills. You know what? I am 38 years old. I'm an old fuck. I've seen a lot of slasher films with kills. That don't mean jack shit to me in a film in 2021. Halloween, I expected a little bit more. And for a film in 2021, I expected a little bit more. I would rather watch Freaky, Happy Death Day, The Final Girls, Behind the Mask, the Rise of Leslie Vernon. I'd rather watch Tucker vs. Evil. I'd rather watch plenty of other fucking films. And the Halloween 2018 film, I don't like that film still. There's one thing in that review I would take back. That review is still up. I stand by every fucking word I said in that review, but there's one thing I would take back. The musical score for Halloween 2018 is actually fairly good. Because I'm watching this, I'm paying attention, and the score sucked. And I'm like, you know what? People said, wait, I'm not sure about the score. I don't think you were fair about the score in the Halloween 2018. So I downloaded on YouTube a piece of the music, like 40 minutes. I got done listening to that. That was a better experience than watching this fucking movie. And again, that's one thing I will take back in my review of the Halloween 2018. I stand by every fucking word, crossing the I's, dotting the T's, and in between, and reverse that shit, and cross the T's and dot the I's. Everything I said, I meant it, but the Halloween 2018 movie has a pretty good score. That's the one thing I was wrong. I could make excuses about how it's discombobulated by all the Halloween greatest hits bullshit, but no, I will admit I was wrong about the score of the Halloween 2018. The music. The music in that film was fairly good. Again, that's the one thing I would take back. This film, fuck that. Even the music sucked. Even the music was not as good as the Halloween 2018 film. The acting, Jamie Lee Curtis, she's in the fucking bed. But again, at least in this, she could shoot Michael Myers in the fucking eyeballs. At least she did something. At least she shared scenes with Loomis, finally. The two of them in the same shot, which was cool. Which never happened before or since. Because even in the first Halloween, there's Laurie Strode, then there's Dr. Loomis. Here, finally, they're in the same shot together. That was cool to see. And Loomis had an actual ending, where he gave a self-sacrifice heroic ending. Blow the shit out of him. As much as people talk shit about this movie, this is a better Halloween film than what the fuck I saw. This has an ending. This has a finale. Even the fucking characters in this are smarter than the characters in this movie. I know people hate this film. For people who know about editing, my friend Effrey sent me an email. Because he saw this film. It's on the Peacock. Yeah. More like we gotta cock up our ass watching this piece of shit. He messaged me an email saying, you know what? People hate this film. How about someone do this? You know the deepfakes that people do? Deepfakes? How about someone take The Mask in this film or the 2018 film? Take The Mask, deepfake into this. Every scene, you deepfake The Mask. Which I would think would be easier than when people deepfake another person's face. Take the movie, put it in, deepfake The Mask, whether in this movie or 2018 film. And then even the score, take the 2018 Halloween score and put it in this. Do those two things, I guarantee you this film is more light. Because this has an ending. Laurie Strode is actually a character and an arc. You know another thing that makes this pointless? Believe me, strap in. This will be a long, rambling review. It comes later on, to jump ahead, where Laurie Strode is saying, he's after me, he's after me. And Will Patton, who somehow is alive, the actor, I didn't mind him in the 2018 film. I don't know how the fuck he's alive he was dead, he got stabbed the shit in the neck, but he's alive. Which then makes it fucking, you wasted his character, because he could have been a potentially interesting character if you let him do shit, but then he's in a hospital too. And what's sad is the one truly decent scene. Fuck the kills. I don't care about the kills. Kills alone do not make a movie. Well, what about, you know what? There's a lot of slasher films I liked in the 80s. If I just liked a movie for kills, I would like The Prowler. But The Prowler's a piece of shit. It has good Tom Savini effects. But everything about the story, the characters, the backstory, everything else sucks dick in The Prowler. That's why I think The Prowler's a piece of shit. I do like My Bloody Valentine. It has good kills, especially the unrated cut, but it also has a nice setting in the mines. It has a nice claustrophobic feel. I like the backstory of Harry Warden. I even like the song at the end, the Ballad of Harry Warden. I don't mind the cast. I don't mind the characters and the little love triangle the love triangle they put in there. April Fool's Day, there's no gore. Because if you know the story of that film, you know why. Obviously there isn't. But that film has not only better music than this, but a better cast and likable characters. People I would like to hang out with, who are fun to hang out with. Enjoyable characters. Nightmare on Elm Street films. I liked Nancy. I liked Lisa Wilcox's Alice. I liked the Dream Warriors. All smarter characters than anybody in this film. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. People give that film shit. That's a smarter movie, better written movie, better acted movie than this. I go throughout even slasher films. The Final Terror. At least it has some nice, luscious photography of the forest from the director who would go on to do Above the Law and The Fugitive and the Chuck Norris from Code of Silence. At least that cast I could deal with more logically than this cast. And goes on and on. If I liked gore, I would like the Hatchet films, which I think suck. I would like The Prowl, which I think suck. Sorry, it takes more than kills. And the kills here, I've seen done before. I've seen someone take a light tube in the neck. Watch a fucking CZW. Or a shitty, shitty CZW pay-per-view. Fucking David Arquette had a fucking light tube in his fucking neck. Well, I mean, to watch You Can't Kill David Arquette. That literally happened to some asshole fucking bank robber who drug addicted bank robber, as one would say, bank addicted drug robber, had a wrestling match with David Arquette, fucking stabbed him with a fucking light tube. I've seen people stabbed in the eyeball. My Bloody Valentine. You watch the unrated Blu-ray, fucking picked as under, and it took the eyeball out. I've seen this shit before. There's nothing that made me go, whoa. I've seen people get stabbed. I've seen people get neck slit. There's nothing that original or creative. Whoa. Oh, the thing with Laurie Strode I was saying. Again, I said this was rambling all over the place. Remember Laurie Strode in the 2018 film? Well, this is so bad, we need to take this out. The brother-sister angle is bad. John Carpenter don't like it. John Carpenter, you're my favorite director, but you're full of shit. What's so great about these fucking movies compared to this? That you want to shit on this, same with Jamie Lee Curtis, but then these films get the pass. Just Laurie Strode? Her entire existence of the past 40 years have been completely pointless. Almost as pointless as this movie. And if you like the Laurie Strode character, I don't know how that you could abide by what they did with her. Just think about it. People are confused, but hear me out. For 40 years, which I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but Michael Myers killed 3 people in town in the first film. Yes, he killed his sister at the beginning, flashback. Yes, he killed some guy that we saw his feet. It was killed off screen when he took the guy's clothes or whatever. But technically in that town, they even say, they only keep mentioning the 3 people. 2 of Laurie Strode's friends, and one of them had a boyfriend. More people have died by drunk car accidents, drunk driving accidents. I hate to be your bearer of bad news. The fact that this whole town holds this in for 40 years, I think is a bit ridiculous. Do people converge in the families of Ted Bundy victims or Jeffrey Dahmer victims? You would hope after 40 years, no, you want them to move on and get better. They don't just move on. They don't do that. They don't even move out of town, let alone moving on. Fuck moving on. They don't even move out of town. But I'll get to that. Again, oh my God, I did not think I would be this pissed off. That I would hate it more than 2018 film. I don't like the 2018 film, but this is even fucking worse. Yeah. Which is worse, this or Rob Zombie's Halloween? Rob Zombie's Halloween and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 are pretty much if a mousetrap fell on my dick and the other fell on my balls at the same time. Yes, I think those films are worse. Halloween 5 and 6, I fucking despise. That's like if someone shoved a hot poker up my ass, and the other one was another hot poker up my ass, in a DP double penetration style. I don't like DP in my ass. I don't like a mousetrap on my dick or balls. I don't like Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. I don't like Halloween 5 and 6. Fuck all 4 of those movies. This is still, in my opinion, I liked the first one, classic. This one is my favorite. It's the first one I saw. I love the hospital setting. Reminds me of Silent Rage. Yes, I know the hospital's empty. Oh well, I can live with it. Halloween 3, underrated. Halloween 4, yes, it's a pumped up kind of remake of the first film. But I like Ellie Cornell. I like Danielle Harris. Donald Pleasance helps make that film. And Michael Myers actually feels like Michael Myers. Not like, I want to be Jason Voorhees because he's cool. That's what makes you different. I'm sorry, that's what makes you different from Jason Voorhees. That's the point. But apparently David Gordon Green and Danny McBride did not get that memo. They didn't get the memo, I guess. So, I keep... Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween 2018 kept saying, he's coming for me. He's going to come for me. It's been 40 years, he's going to come for me. I know he's going to come for me. And we're asking, why would he come for you? And apparently, the makers thought the same way. Because he wasn't coming for her. He didn't give a shit about you, Laurie. The stupid fucking out-of-the-blue crazy doctor in the 2018 film. It was his fault. Michael Myers didn't give a shit about you. This is what, Michael Myers didn't go for Jamie Lee Curtis. He wanted to go home. That's it. So all this 40 years of her being scared, being worried, being afraid, was pointless. Because Michael did not want you in the first place. He didn't give a shit about you in the first place. And lo and behold, that's where the logical pieces fit. He didn't give a shit about you. You're at the wrong place at the wrong time. What is it, female John McClane? I'm sorry. So her 40 years of being afraid was for what? You were wrong. Laurie Strode was wrong. For 40 years, she's been living in fear, and she was wrong. Because Michael Myers never wanted you, never came for you, never wanted to deal with you. So the 40 years of worrying was for nothing. And that was deemed pointless. Because all he wanted to go with... They literally spell it out. He wants to go home. And all of this compound, trying to be Sarah Connor, 50 fucking guns... pointless. Till you started a fire, and the firefighters put it out, and the firefighters thought they were some fucking SWAT team, because I didn't know firefighters thought they were a fucking SWAT team. Instead of trying to run, you know, common sense, but that's not included in this fucking movie. Common sense is illegal in this fucking film. It's illegal. It's against the law. If you do common sense, you get arrested. So, her guns... her 40 years of planning, her 40 years of being scared, having a con... It didn't matter, because it went up in flames. Michael Myers walked out, killed a bunch of stupid people, making a stupid mob, because we have a political mob mentality in a fucking Halloween film. Because, yeah, that really fits. That's what we need. By the way, we've had mobs in Halloween films. You remember Halloween 4? But at least they did the smart thing at the end. They had... Michael Myers went back, and then they threw dynamite and blew the fuck up. Or maybe this is the 5th one they had the dynamite blew the fuck up. No, I think at the end of them they had dynamite blew the fuck up. Because they were smarter. And then some idiot made Halloween 5 and changed all it. Because Dominique Otten-Gerard is fuckhead. Fuck Halloween 5. But Halloween 4, that's a mob that actually was worth the shit. At the end. So, Laurie Strode. All this worrying for 40 years, all this pontificating for 40 years was pointless. She wasted most of her fucking life for nothing. to set up weapons that were useless, to set up a compound that was useless, to be afraid of Michael coming for her when Michael didn't give a shit. He just wanted to go home. He just wanted to go home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass, Michael Myers. If people want to say this movie's fucking bad, this movie has issues. The mask problem, just had like 5 different masks. Again, do a deep fake, put the fucking one mask from this or 2018 movie, put it into this. It'd be more of a worth of fucking money than this budget for this fucking useless filler. What do you get out of this movie? Michael Myers goes to this random place, he goes to this random place, he kills idiot, moron, putz, dumbass, 2 gay guys, and a dumbass, and then half the people from the first Halloween film. Sheriff Brackett, he's dead. Tommy Doyle, he's dead. Nurse Marion, dead again. Because she died at the beginning of this, only to come back in this movie and then die again. Even dumber way. I'll watch this any day, any week, any month. Yes, it feels like Scream. I get that. Again, you put the 2018 Halloween score into this, you defeat the mask. This has an actual good finale. Actual good final act. Halloween Resurrection, the first 15 minutes you kiss my ass. That first 15 minutes doesn't exist. Again, you want to complain about Halloween 2, Jamie Lee Curtis. You didn't do shit in this movie. And what do they say? I don't know if this is true, but what did they say? The next film's going to take place 4 years later? I don't know if that's true. I didn't give a shit. 20 minutes in, I haven't even gotten into it, really. Fucking shit. It's not that bad. It's not that good. What's so fucking good about it? The kills aren't even that fucking great either. I've seen slasher films. I've seen good kills in that fucking comedy with Vince Vaughn called Freaky. A guy got fucking sawed in half from a table saw in shop class. That was a better fucking death scene than anything I saw in this fucking movie. There's a little bug right here, but I'm going to let it live because it suffered through watching this fucking film too. It already suffered enough, so it deserves to live. So, Will Patton, who I like, but if you're going to keep him alive, why the fuck did you waste him by, I'm going to stab him in the neck, but then he's not dead? I'm like, wait, he's not dead? How long has it been, by the way, how long has it been since he got stabbed till the end of 2018? Because Will Patton comes in after Jamie Lee Curtis is in a hospital. After. He just wheeled in after. So he gets found and wheeled in. How much time has that been? Since Will Patton got... Someone who knows, who gives a shit about 2018, you tell me. Halloween 2018, when Will Patton got stabbed in the neck by the shitty doctor, up into the compound, her going to hospital, put into the bed, and then he comes in. How long has that been? Or does he have just blood? What the fuck, man? They think people are too stupid to notice that. It's 2021. These supposed to be David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, people that's supposed to know what the fuck they're doing, not someone who just got out of fucking film school. These are people that have had years of experience in movies. Years and years and years. Give me a break. I'm supposed to give them the pass as if they're just freshmen from college making a movie. Fuck that shit. It's poorly paced. You don't give a shit about the characters. I liked Anthony Michael Hall. I liked him as an actor. I liked the Dead Zone TV show. I liked him in Weird Science and The Breakfast Club. His acting didn't bother me, but I didn't give a shit about his character, and they fucked up Tommy Doyle. You could have had a Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th Part 6 type of a scenario. You could have had something like that. which would have been worth the shit, and you didn't. Because you made a character, okay, he wants to make a mob, and then mob is bad. Just, you cannot defeat Michael Myers with brute force. That's what Jamie Lee Curtis says. I mean, what you don't use, Jamie? Harsh language? Magic fucking stones? Calling Paul Rudd? That's the real Tommy Doyle. His twin. You gotta use magic stone. What you don't use is you can't use brute force. You know, you could have used brute force if you shot the motherfucker in the head. Well, there's 18 times you could shoot him in the head. Like, you shot him in the fucking eyeballs and he was dead. If you want to say no films existed, he was dead. Well, technically not. He got up and then the fire killed him. Then he was dead. But he was blind as a motherfucker. But that film doesn't exist because this movie sucks. Supposedly. So Will Patton has been stabbed. And I'm like, there's one scene with him and Jamie Lee Curtis in a hospital bed where they're talking about a date they had and, you know, kissed you. No, like, you held my hand, I wanted to go further. It's like a very sweet scene between these two. Why couldn't the whole fucking movie be about that? These two characters, as adults, dealing with this situation. Why could that not be it? Maybe it's the third one. I don't give a fuck. Why do you need 3 movies? Why did you need 3 movies? Huh? Why do you need 3? What was really accomplished story-wise here? Again, as a story, really, it's like 10 minutes you could take. Michael Myers is alive, someone dies at the end, boom. Give me a fucking break. So, then it smashes to a younger cop chasing Michael Myers, and it took me a full fucking minute to realize I was in a goddamn flashback. It was so weirdly cut. Just instantly. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I guess now we're back to 1978. Why do we need this flashback shit? People loving this flashback? Why? Oh, because nostalgia. Because you get a guy that kind of looks like Donald Pleasence, but he doesn't. And he kind of sounds like Donald Pleasence, but he doesn't. Which I didn't care for. I don't think it was CGI. I think they had an actor. From what I understand, they had an actor who looked like Donald Pleasence. But when you watch this stuff, it's not like you're watching on a VHS. You can tell if that's not Donald Pleasence. Obviously, it's not going to be Donald Pleasence. So then it just takes me out of the fucking scene. Leave Donald Pleasence alone. Leave his character alone. And this flashback accomplished nothing. It just... Will Patton's character was a dumbass rookie cop. His partner is some fucking pontificating idiot. He's always going about Haddonfield, where nothing exciting happens. He says this like 2 or 3 fucking times. Even out the window, he's like, Haddonfield, where nothing exciting. And then Michael Myers, apparently he was as pissed off as me. He wanted him to shut up too. And then he's got the guy. Michael Myers has the guy. And then here's the rookie cop. You know what you do? You go up and... No. And he accidentally shoots his partner because he's a fucking idiot. Just everybody in this movie is a fucking idiot. Just go up to him and pa pa pa. You know, if I got someone, you go... That's what you do. Are you trying to get it off? Get off him, pa pa pa. You grab his arm, pa pa pa. Any number of fucking things. Pa 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 pa. Apparently no one understands how to shoot a gun. Even cops don't understand how guns work. For fuck's sake. I mean, what the fuck is this? And then you come to find out that later on, they flash back again. Apparently they had a point of... Michael Myers, you know, in the 28... I was asking the question... You know, they said we were going to make a more realistic Michael Myers. Remember the makers of the film said that? I don't want any director to ever say that again. Rob Zombie said that with his Halloween, and what happened? He got shot in the face, he came back, he saw white horses, he saw Roy Rogers and his fucking horse Trigger. And this, he gets shot 18 fucking times, he still gets up, he has superhuman strength. I'm tired of these directors that when they want to reboot these fucking films or do a sequel, do this, they go, we're going back to the original. He's the boogeyman, he's the shape, but we also want to make him a regular guy. I remember them saying that. I don't want them to ever fucking say that again. Because it's all full of shit. Because they know that you can't get by much. You cannot get by much if he's a regular guy in their eyes. Technically you can. Because Michael Myers is the shape. But the only supernatural stuff is like he got shot 6 times, he got up at the end. And that's at the very end of the movie. You know, oh shit. What's that about? And then they keep going Halloween 2. But I was thinking when that 2018 film came out, how the f*** did Michael Myers, what did they do? Just arrest him? Yeah. Yep. Michael Myers, for some reason, gets on his knees. I'm surprised he didn't fucking put his hands behind his back for handcuffs. And he just lets these cops beat him up. I have no idea why. Why would Michael Myers do that? Why would Michael Myers just let cops arrest him? It's Michael fucking Myers. He just don't let cops arrest him. And then the cops are ready to blow his brains out, but the rookie cop goes, no, you can't do that. That's someone's baby boy. And later on, Jamie Lee Curtis is saying, you're not an evil guy. You were doing your job. Yeah, but he also fucked up and a bunch of people got killed. So there's that too. But I'm like, so Michael Myers literally just got arrested. That's almost as goofy as when he was in the fucking jailhouse in Halloween 5 with his fucking mask on. But even then, you had Loomis shoot a bunch of fucking tranquilizer darts and a net and fucking beat the shit out of him. It's sad. Donald Pleasance in Halloween 5 put up much more of an effort at beating the shit out of Michael Myers. And Paul Rudd at Halloween 6, the theatrical cut, put more of a beating on Michael Myers than this fucking mob did at the end of this movie. I'll get to the end, because I'm like, this is one of the dumbest scenes I've seen in a fucking Halloween film ever. So, these pointless flashbacks that we don't need, that only tell, it showcases how dumb of a rookie cop this Will Patton's character was. So it hurts his character, honestly. It does. I like Will Patton as an actor. I liked his character. This makes his character dumb. He was a dumb rookie cop who shot his partner accidentally. He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know how to shoot. He doesn't know you just go up and shoot someone. And then he did not let them kill Michael Myers, so it makes him dislike the character more. Sorry, it hurts Will Patton's character. Just makes him a dumbass. And I swear to God, my nose was not itching before I did the review. So it shows how much bullshit I'm allergic to. Then you have a Donald Pleasance. They did an actor that looks like him, but it just took me out of it. Just like, that's not Donald Pleasance. No, it doesn't look like him, and shape-wise, and no, it doesn't sound like him, but it's kinda, but it just took me out. But yeah, I know they just hire actors, not CGI. And then you cut to a bar where Anthony Michael Hall is Tommy Doyle, the little kid from the first movie. You have the girl who is the little girl in the first movie that Jamie Lee Curtis was babysitting. You have the nurse, Marion. For some reason, she's there. I'm like, what? Wasn't the nurse just... Did the nurse move to Haddonfield? Because I don't remember the nurse living in Haddonfield. She was just with Donald Pleasance at that working, and the point was that Haddonfield was so far away, they're like, well, we don't know where he went to. And that was the point, that Haddonfield was so far away, that's why Michael Myers had to drive and shit. But she's there for nostalgia. You remember this? And lo and behold, they show flashes to the first movie because we need more of that nostalgia porn. Do you remember the first movie? Do you remember? If not, here's our dick. Suck the nostalgia dick. Drink the nostalgia juices. Because that's all that matters. Not story, not characters. Oh, you care about characters in a Halloween film? Yeah. Laurie Strode in the first two. And Donald Pleasance. Yeah, they did. Elliot Cornell, Daniel Harrison, Halloween 4. Yeah. I kind of do care about characters. And the Halloween films I liked? Yeah. It's fucking sad that Busta Rhymes is a smarter character than some of these fucking yahoos. I'm not taking that back. Busta Rhymes is a smarter fucking character than some of these motherfuckers. I'd rather watch Busta Rhymes, motherfucker, than this shit. I'm not even joking. I can laugh at that. This just pisses me off. Because these people, it's 2021, and you have not gotten better. You have regressed in character, in writing. There's no suspense. There's no scares. It's wannabe blood and gore that, you know what? Jason did it better. Sorry, Michael. Jason Voorhees beat you to it. Harry Warden beat you to it. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, man. So, the 40th anniversary of Michael's arrest. I'm like, town. He killed 3 people, not 30, not 13, 3. More people have died in drunk driving accidents. Do the victims of Charlie Manson's group get together and fucking reminisce and drink? If you're all that fucked up from this, then move. Move from the fucking town. If you're this fucked up that 40 years later you're doing this, move. Move to LA. Move to New York. Move to Jamaica. Move to fucking wherever. Even Laurie Strode, who's so worried Michael Myers will find me. Well, yeah, if you live in the same fucking town, he might find you. Even in this, Laurie Strode moved and changed her name. And guess what? Made a life for herself. This is what I'm talking about when they're talking about the Laurie Strode character. What happened to Laurie Strode character in this? She said, you know what? She still had fears. She still had anxiety. She still had nightmares. And the movie showcased it. But I'm not going to let that control my life. I'm not going to let that ruin my life. I'm not going to let that. I'm going to fight. I'm going to try to be a survivor. I am a survivor. I'm going to overcome it. And then she had a kid. She changed her name. She moved to a different place. No. This is just victim, 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 victim. I'm a victim, victim, victim. Victim, victim, victim. Victim. Victim, 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 victim tattooed on the forehead. I'm a victim. I'm useless. I'm a victim. Victim mentality. I can't do anything. Yeah, you can. And all Laurie Strode did was 40 years live in fear for something that wasn't even meant to be. Because Michael Myers really didn't give a shit about your sorrow. And all the guns and compound was useless. Just a firefighters that, again, why do firefighters think they're a fucking SWAT team? They see a guy come out of a burning house with like a axe, pickaxe, whatever, burned up. You know what you do? You get the fuck out of Dodge. You run. But no, they think they're a SWAT team now. One guy even tries to stop Michael Myers with a fire hose. A fire hose. A fire hose. A fucking fire hose? You think Michael Myers will be stopped by water? Fucking water? And Michael Myers coming up to him, and he's just standing there. You think he's gonna fucking melt from the water? You think he's one of the neon maniacs? What the fuck is going on? He's just standing there with a thumb up his ass and a grin on his face. Good kill his ass, Michael, for being stupid. And the fire's, I'm gonna go one by one, because I saw Bruce Lee movies. I know how this happens. But Michael Myers is the Bruce Lee. One by one. What the fuck is going on? And they get killed, and pretty much what you saw in the trailer is what you saw in the fucking scene. And Julie Greer, you're a hypocrite. I don't like Halloween 2 because I'm just in a hospital and I have a wig on. Well, you're in a hospital and you have a wig on because that ain't your fucking hair. So it's the same shit. The same fucking thing. Only this did it first and did it better. Fuck's sake. So then you cut to this random old couple who's Laurie Strode's neighbors. And for some reason, they're staying up late at night, and one is flying a fucking drone. Why would 50, 60-year-old people be awake in the middle of the night flying a little fucking drone in their house? Can someone explain it? What did I miss? What did I miss with that? Do you know any 60-year-old women that would stay up late in the middle of goddamn night flying a fucking little drone around the house? So they hear someone at the door. And they go, hey, someone in there? Hey, someone in there? People, well, that's slasher films. No, I'm tired of that lazy excuse. It's 2021. Do better. This is why they don't do better. Because people give them the pass all the time. Okay, I gave a pass to set first, and second, and third, and fifth, and 10th, and 20th, in the 80s, in the 90s, maybe even the early 2000s. It's 2021. When are you going to get better? That's why you cannot keep giving them pass anymore. We've had 40... Let's go back to 1978's Halloween. So technically we've had over 40 years. Over 40 years. To look at movies and slasher films, because there's hundreds of them, and pick and choose what to do and what not to do with characters. This is some of the dumbest characters in any Halloween film ever. And in 2021, no. I'm sorry. I'm not asking for the Shawshank Redemption. I'm not asking for Michael Mann's Heat. I'm not asking for Lawrence of Arabia, Treasure of the Sierra fucking Madre. I'm looking for competence. I'm looking for worth the shitness. And you have neither. You're an F on F scale of fuck in terms of characters, and it becomes boring, tedious, monotonous, redundant, and poorly paced, and all I'm watching is meh kills. Someone gets stabbed in the neck with a light tube. Again, we'll watch CZW. Don't know what that is? Good luck. It's like a harsher ECW. Fuck it, someone gets stabbed in the eye. I've seen that done plenty of times, man. Fuck, go back to Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Where someone slowly gets a fucking piece of wood in someone's eyeball. Slowly. And that's a movie I give leeway to characters. Just, hey, cool, zombie versus shark. 1979, give or take. Older movie, maybe they didn't know better. I give more leeway. But when you have 40 years of work to look at and study, I don't give leeway anymore. I'm sorry. You don't get a pat in the ass for trying. So these two old people are stupid. One gets smashed, and the old lady just standing there. Her husband did smash the shit, and she's just standing there. Do something. Piss, get off the pot. Hit the motherfucker or leave. Then when the guy's dead, then she runs. And then she can't open a fucking door. It's your door, lady. Then she stops trying, and she gets a knife. I'm like, and then she's like, run. Jump out the fucking window. I don't... No, fine, you deserve to die. You're too fucking stupid to live. Light tube in the neck. And then, okay, I've seen quite a few Michael Myers, movies. Why does he keep stabbing a dead body? The woman with the tube in her neck, her husband's dead on like a table, and Michael Myers just keeps stabbing fucking another, then another knife, then another knife, back to his own pincushion. Why is Michael Myers doing that? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? It's a very un-Michael Myers thing to do. Very Michael Myers. I'm like, Michael Myers never... What the fuck is going on? Why is he just keep stabbing a dead body? Here's another knife. Here's another knife. Here's another knife. What the fuck are you doing? You're like... Because we're brutal, man. We're brutal. We're brutal. Yeah, take your brutal ass home and go to bed, you fucking edgelord. That's what this movie's like. This movie's like a fucking equivalent of an edgelord. Look how tough I am. Yeah, you're about as tough as a fucking femboy softie. Get the fuck out of my face. Fuck. I take that back. I knew a couple people that were femboys. They would beat the shit out of the equivalent of this fucking edgelord. Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck everything. Fuck this movie. So you get this black guy with a cowboy hat on. I mean, what is it? Creighton Duke? Do I have to dig my fingers up? Break them for information? And this character is completely pointless. Why the fuck was this character even in the movie? He did nothing. Like, you have this... What, for the third film, I guess? I don't fucking know. I don't care about a third movie. Why there have to be 3 movies, I don't know. So it's a black guy with a cowboy hat. She hasn't had a taste of the Duke. Anthony Michael Hall, again, I liked him as an actor, but his character is an idiot too. This is baseball bat, Huckleberry. Oh, I'm going to look Michael Myers straight in the eye. I'm going to say night, night. Say night, night? What's that? Say not, not, knocking on heaven's door? Night, night. You don't look Michael Myers in the eye and say night, night. Night, night. Night, night. Night, night, yeah, no, yeah. You also have this gay couple that I'm surprised they got away with because they were just goofy and silly and stupid and doing goofy singing. And then these kids who are just fucking evil play this evil trick. We got razor blades in our mouths. And then to steal candy, these little fuckers should have died too. These little kids, they should have died. And then it cuts. I'm like, okay, now we're done with that scene. I guess that's the scene just to set up the gay couple, I guess, for later on. And then Tommy Doyle's like, we're going to form a mob, and tonight we're going to hunt them down. I'm like, no, you won't, because you're too fucking stupid. Y'all too stupid to live. And if you want to create a mob, why don't you just create one gigantic fucking mob? Why do you have to separate? Have one big fucking mob, you go from house to house, all 100 of you, if that's the case, and just go from one piece of town to the other. There you go. You want a big goddamn lynch mob? You get your torches, you get your guns, you form one big blob of a mob. Don't fucking separate. Here's 3 here, here's 4 there. These 4, only one person has a gun and it's a 6-shooter. Yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. So lo and behold, The little girl, Lindsay, the little girl from the original movie, she's there with Nurse Marion and two people. Lindsay goes out with no weapon. She has no weapons. No weapons of any kind. How do I know that? Because she goes over here, did a couple bricks in like a bed sheet or something. Not a bed sheet, but like a sheet. I'm like, you went out to search for Michael Myers and you have no weapon. What are you going to do? Talk him down? Spit on him? Piss on him? Why would you go out there with no weapon? At fucking all. No weapon. Get a sack with some bricks in it. That's what she does. Nurse Marion, she won't shoot through the roof of a car. And you want to know why they did that? Because what happened to her in the original? She's in the back. She's in the car, hand down by the window. What happens here? By the car, boom, hand on the window. Reference. The nostalgia porn train is on its way again. Because that's all they have. And the fact this made over $50 million pisses me off. Because I see a film like Malignant. That's another thing, I didn't mention this. I saw a good, crazy slasher film. It's called Malignant. And it was more interesting. It was more creative. It was more crazy. It was more fun. It was more interesting. And it had more crazy, inventive kills in its third act alone than this movie did. So I already saw your interesting slasher film with crazy kills. It's called Malignant. And that film made no money. But this film makes over $50 million. It didn't get my money. Thanks to some nice people, I was able to see it for free. I'm glad. Because I don't want to give this piece of shit my money. I want to give Malignant my money. And when it comes out on Blu-ray in November, I'm going to give it even more of my money. I'm going to support movies that are worth a shit. And yes, that is subjective opinion. That's every goddamn review. Hate to be a bearer of bad news to anyone out there. Every single review is subjective. It is. Because movies are opinion-based. It's preference-based. If you like slasher films, you'll like them more than someone who hates slasher films. It's all based on preference. It's all based on opinion. It's all subjective. That's why if you ask 50 people what's the best film of all time, you'll only get different answers. It's based on preference. It's all subjective. But people still can't get that, which is weird. At least to me. But yeah, it pisses me off. Malignant doesn't do anything, but this does. Motherfucker. I'll go watch The Collector. I'll go watch The Collection. I'll go watch this, Malignant. This movie, let it burn. Yeah, I hope it burns. And I'll piss on the ashes. Let this fucking franchise burn, please. Let it burn. Can we just have a movie called Halloween Dies? Just have a movie called Halloween Dies. It's 10 seconds, Michael Myers dead, credits. Just have a Halloween Dies and never have this franchise get back again to any fucking pedestal. It had its run. 1, 2, 3, 4. I liked H2O. Despite some flaws, again, defeat some shit. You'll make a better movie. So, Nurse Marion gets killed. Stabbed. The guy has the brilliant idea that I'm going to strangle him with a stethoscope. You might as well use a fucking rubber band or a fucking condom. You don't try to strangle Michael Myers with a stethoscope. Instead of, getting the fuck out of the car. Get the fuck out of the car. No. And even Michael Myers knows how stupid it is, so he stabs the guy in the eyeball. Dude, I've seen that before. It's a nice effect. It's a nice effect to give credit. When Michael Myers was among the fire of the firefighters, the cinematography, not too bad. To give at least some positives. I don't mind the way Michael Myers' mask looked. And there's some bits of cinematography, like the fire bit. When he's killing the firefighters, at one point there's like a POV from the goggles where Michael Myers... I don't mind that. I don't know if that would cinematography or the direction. Maybe both. Getting a couple decent kills with the effects. And again, there's one moment worth of shit. That's it, though. That's it. Even the music, which, like I said, Halloween 2018, to take back one thing I did in that review, that has good music. This music sucks. Oh, then the guy that tried to strangle Michael Myers with a stethoscope, the black girl shooting. So Michael Myers kissed the door and she shoots herself in the head. This is laughable as fuck. This is laughable as fuck. And there's going to be people who like the film. If you like the film, that's fine. If you enjoy the film, I'm glad. And people say you hate everything. Believe me, I'm not the only one that dislikes this film. There's other people who do too. Oh, you don't have likes or dislikes? Honestly, I haven't had likes or dislikes on for like 5 years. To be perfectly honest, I forget all about it. And then I don't give a shit about likes, dislikes. I give more shit about comments. That's why I leave it off. Just like, I keep forgetting it. And then I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Comments, I matter more. Because likes, dislikes to me are pointless. I know this is off tangent. To me, they're completely pointless because what they do is you can buy likes. You can buy likes and dislikes. You can. People have done it. That's why to me it's fucking pointless, so I don't stand for that shit. That's bullshit on either end. Buying likes is wrong as well as buying dislikes is wrong. So that's why to me the comments are more worthwhile. If you don't like me, you don't like me, but you do say in a comment. Just, you know, yeah, that's off tangent. I didn't even know people were with me. I didn't know 56 minutes in. Jesus Christ. It'll be longer than the fucking film. And maybe if it is, you take the fucking movie, put this under the fucking audio track. I don't know. So, laughable fucking death. Kick the door, shoot herself in the face. Then Tommy Doyle, Anthony Michael Hall and the others find the dead bodies, and I called it. When the trailer happened, I called it. I went, that's Nurse Marion, she's dead. She's wearing the same outfit. And I was right. I called it when I did the trailer thoughts. And lo and behold, Mask from Halloween 3. Why? Reference. Nostalgia porn. Reference. Like the flashbacks. The only reason they're there is for nostalgia points. And the one decent scene in this movie is Jamie Lee Curtis and Will Patton in hospital beds, and they're actually talking. He goes, "You so crazy." And she goes, "Fuck you." And this discussing when they could have started a relationship back in the day. You held my hand. I was hoping for more. Why is it that this is the only true character moment in this fucking movie, and it's between these two? Why can't the entire movie be about a sheriff and her working together, whether romance or no romance, no time for love, Dr. Jones, dealing with the situation, and you go from a sheriff's point of view like Will Patton? Why can't we have it from a sheriff's point of view? That'd be different too. Why don't we do that? Fuck all these other characters to fucking points. Tommy Doyle, that made him a useless character, and he just gets killed at the end. He's a fucking idiot. Wow, that's, if you like Tommy Doyle, are you glad that happened to him? That's pretty fucking sad that Tommy Doyle was given more respect in Halloween 6 with Paul Rudd. Tommy Doyle was given more respect in Halloween 6. Never thought I would fucking say those words. Holy shit, fuck. By the way, I find it crazy that he got stabbed in the neck. I don't know how it is to get stabbed in the neck, but his voice sounds pretty fucking good for a guy that got stabbed in the neck. And I'm like, Laurie Strode, will you let the man sleep? He got stabbed in the neck. And he shouldn't be alive. I like him. I'm glad he's alive, but it's like, how the fuck is he alive? And then finally, Laurie Strode finds out that Michael Myers is alive. And then, this makes me dislike Laurie Strode, this version. She turns to Tommy and go find him, Tommy. I'm like, well, wait a minute. The Laurie Strode I would think of, the one I like that's in this movie, would go, no, don't. Go get help. Or, no, stay here. No, don't go near him. Stay away from him. You'll get killed if you go... No, she's like, no, go get him, Tommy. I'm like, wow, okay, Laurie, you don't give a fuck if this guy dies or not. Not really. Wow, good. You really, either A, you're gullible enough to think that Tommy Doyle, old ass Anthony Michael Hall, is going to kill Michael Myers. Or two, hey, you go try to kill him, I don't care if you... What the fuck? Again, instead of, like, any rational, like, any morality would go, no, it's too dangerous. No, she's like, yeah, go ahead, Tommy. I mean, wow, fuck you, Laurie Strode. Fuck. And then, lo and behold, he gets killed. So, in a way, good job, Laurie Strode. You got Tommy Doyle killed. Granted, it's his dumbass fault, too. Oh, let's go back to the two gay guys named Big John and Little John. So, Big Dick and Little Dick. I did it, John, Dick. Big Dick and Little Dick. Well, that's homophobic. They're the ones calling him Big John and Little John. What do you think John means? And then they're stupid too. Someone's in our house. Okay, you run. The guy's like, no. Takes off his watches, his shirt. And then he gets a 2-inch knife. And goes, I got this. Anything Busta Rhymes did in Halloween Resurrection, I will take over this shit. Even his stupid kung fu noises. Because at least he was not dumb enough to get killed by Michael Myers. These two, Dumb and Dumber. And then this whole mob mentality political bullshit of, why do you think this fat mental guy... Because I didn't remember, was there a mental patient that got away in 2018 film? Was there? I didn't remember. I guess there was. I didn't remember it. But this guy who's got like bald, he looks like Gallagher with his hair. Remember Gallagher with the watermelons? He got the hair here, but he's bald here, and he's like overweight. I think that actor passed away. If so, my condolences to him and his family. But, no buts. Condolences to his family. I just don't understand how they looked at this guy and think he's Michael Myers. You think Michael Myers... Why they think this guy's Michael Myers, I don't even get. He has no mask. Anybody could have said, no, that's not him. Like, why? He's running away from you like a scared puppy. The mob bad. Mob mentality bad. Only because they're idiots. Only because they're fucking morons. And why do we need this in a Halloween film? And it becomes like a different movie. It becomes like a different fucking film. What's this, A Time to Kill? A Time to Sleep, baby. Time to pontificate. Why the fuck I like this franchise in the first place? Oh, because I like the first 4 films. I do like H2O. I'm sorry, I do. I like the film. It does have its flaws, but I liked it. Easily above this shit. So they think it's this guy, and the guy jumps out the window. Oh, mob are bad. Mobs are not bad. Was against a psycho killer. If you're not stupid. Mob mentality is not bad if you're going up against a psycho killer. For fuck's sake. Christ almighty, man. I'm surprised they don't put something about Donald Trump. I'm fucking surprised they didn't. Want to be so goddamn political. And so they're wondering, well, what to do now? What's Michael Myers doing? Laurie Strode is going, oh, he spent 40 years to come after me. And even Will Patton's like, no, he didn't. The doctor dropped him off, and pretty much the doctor fucked you guys over. The doctor from the last movie, the like, guys, like, I still don't know what the fuck his deal was. I know they explained it, I think. I don't fucking remember because I thought it was so fucking stupid. But, and then it's like, no. He don't give a fuck about you. He just wants to go home. Are you too good for your home? He just wants to go home. Which, isn't that what he did in Halloween Resurrection? So even that's not new. Isn't that what he did in Halloween Resurrection? He just wanted to go home? Yeah, he just went home for Halloween. He just went home. So yeah, he did it in Halloween Resurrection. So even that's not new. And despite the shitty first 15 minutes, like Halloween Resurrection, I hate the first 15 minutes. But if you cut out that first 15 minutes, I actually don't mind the movie for what it is. As a slasher film. I don't. Because the whole webcam show thing makes it seem a little bit more unique compared to other films. Again, if you chop out the first 15 minutes, I've always said, if you do an edit of Halloween Resurrection, where you chop off the first 15 minutes, you have the movie play out from a certain spot. After that, Michael Myers at the end, he's in a hospital, he wakes up, then he goes to Nurse Marion and finds the folders, wants Laurie Strode, finds her info, kills Joseph Gordon-Levitt at the beginning of this, and then the first part of the movie is Resurrection, and then the second half is this movie. I think that would be actually an interesting edit, if someone wants to do that. But I would try, but I'm not that great at editing. I really don't think I am. I try, but I'm not that good at it. I wish I was. But fuck, man. Fuck this movie. So then Laurie's granddaughter is such a fucking idiot. She goes off with Lonnie. Remember Lonnie in the first film? When Donald Pleasant, Lonnie, get your ass away from there. Yeah, they will make Lonnie a character. So he went in, you heard a gunshot, and he got killed. And so Lonnie's son and Laurie Strode's granddaughter go into the house. How about you call some people and get some fucking help? Are there cell phones in this world? We are in the world of cell phones, right? We could call people. We think that especially if you heard the gunshot in there. Yeah, we heard a gunshot here. I think Michael Myers is here. No. They go in. They get killed. And then Lonnie's son gets killed. The granddaughter gets her leg broken. And then Laurie Strode's daughter, the granddaughter's mom, gets there, steals Michael Myers' mask, goes, nee, 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 I got your mask, please come and get me. That's really what she does, which is, oh my god, I hate this ending. This is one of the worst endings to a Halloween film, I swear to God. I swear to God. I will take Resurrection, I will take... Halloween 6 is a worse ending, I'll say. 5... I don't know. So she goes, nah, 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 I got your mask. Then you get to a mob where there's like 30 people. Including people with guns. And they're shooting at him. He does bullet holes. They stomp him to the ground. I'm like, okay, all these people with guns now go pa 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 pa. His head's right there. If there's three of you, pa 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 pa. You do know guns have this thing called range? They have this thing called range. You can shoot far away. You don't have to shoot 2 inches away. But no. Instead, Laurie Strode is giving this pontificating speech about you can't defeat it with brute force. and the people in this town became monsters as well. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? And then you can't be with brute force. Idea what you don't do? Use magic fucking stones? Is that what you don't? Magic stones? And then all the people get killed because they're too stupid. Because they all try to go out one by one. No one tries to run away. No one goes back and go pop, 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 pop. Why do most of you not have guns? Charles Cyphers is a sheriff. You would think, okay, I won't give people guns. Especially if it's the guy whose fucking daughter was killed in the first film. I won't give you a gun. I don't give you a gun. Be Oprah Winfrey of guns. You get a car. You get a car. You get a gun. And you get a gun. And you get a gun. But no. Everybody has like baseball bats. Like maybe 2 people have guns. And they don't know how to shoot. And no one's like, ta 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 ta. And they all get killed because they're stupid. Tommy Doyle gets killed because he's stupid. What a waste of his character too. Yeah, Anthony Michael Hall, an actor I do like, just playing a dumb character because you have to have this stupid mob mentality. Mob sucks. And this is how useless mobs are. Because look how useless mobs are. Yeah, because they have brain cells of none. If they had one brain cell, their brain cell would die of loneliness. And then Michael Myers, and then like they have shit like the granddaughter looks in the window and then she sees Michael Myers as a kid with the clown outfit. Why? Oh, that's for the 3rd film. And then somehow Michael Myers, even though there's a whole bunch of police outside, Michael Myers teleported back into the house and to the upstairs and killed Laurie Strode's daughter. Not the granddaughter, the daughter. And then Laurie Strode's looking here, and Michael Myers is looking there, and then Halloween kills. I mean, no wonder it's called Halloween Kills. This is all he does is kill, and there's nothing else in the movie. There's no story, there's no plot, there's no progression, there's no logic, there's no anything worth a shit. And even the kills are not all that cracked up to be. They're not. A throat slit, a stab. Throat slit, stab. There's a neck break. Okay, stab in the eye, light tube in the neck. Some are laughable, like kick the door. Fuck this movie. Fuck this shit. This is worse than Halloween 2018, and I don't like that film, but this is even worse. 2018, at least you had more of Jamie Lee Curtis. At least you had more of Will Patton before he got stabbed. At least you had a better score. Again, if I did that, it'd be the same. But I would say it was actually fairly good. I was wrong about that. I stayed by every fucking thing I said about Halloween 2018. I think it's a piece of shit, but this is a bigger piece of shit. But at least that score, actually hearing it again, it's actually worthwhile. This, no. No. Fuck this movie. Fuck this film. End it. But it made over $50 million. And do you really think that a film that cost $20 million to make and made $50 million in 3 days, you really think that the 3rd one is going to be the last? But it's called Halloween Ends. Yeah, just like Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Just like Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare. Just like Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Yeah, it always ends until it doesn't. You think Halloween Ends is going to be the end? Really? When you have a film that, again, this one made over $50 million in 3 days. And more than doubled its budget in 3 days. And you really think it's going to be over? And this film is going to get the pass. And it's going to get some praise from some people. And hey, teach their own. This movie can lick my balls. It's a stupid, dumb, useless, pointless filler piece of fucking ever-loving shit. I will watch these films instead. As much shit as these films get, they are more Halloween than what the fuck I just saw. And even these characters are still smarter. And there's still more story. And more character work with Laurie Strode alone. Or at least this one, Donald Pleasance, that I saw in this fucking movie. And having the mob political shit that are not as impressive as people make it out to be. Malignant? That was impressive. It's like if John Wick was a slasher villain. This, no. So, fuck this movie. Hour and 15. Holy sheep shit. Later. I don't know who the fuck. Hey, if you saw to the end, I don't know, say, what's something I could say? For those who watch to the end of this, if you leave a comment, you can leave this to let me know that you saw to the end of this. Dr. Loomis rocks. I know it's not the creator, but I miss Dr. Loomis. I miss Donald Pleasance. No, better yet, Donald Pleasance for the win. There you go. Donald Pleasance for the win. Because I miss Donald Pleasance, man. And he's definitely missing in these movies, too. May he rest in peace. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.